Hey everyone, the Collector 27 here, coming at you guys with another awesome action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Marvel Legends Deadpool 2 Deadpool from the 2-pack that was just released not too long ago. Let's take a look. Okay, so just straight into the review, I just want to say that I did not get the 2-pack. I just wanted Deadpool because obviously, I mean, who honestly cares about the other character? I don't even remember what her name was. But yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone was going to sell her on eBay or Mercari, and you're probably going to find her down the line for like $5. So who cares about her? All I wanted was Deadpool, just because I am a huge Deadpool fan, and because Ryan Reynolds, his Deadpool character, is going to eventually be in the MCU. I wanted to get this for more of my MCU display, just to have him in there, just all around the display, because he's Deadpool. He can do whatever he wants, right? Okay, so let's get into the accessories. Okay, so for accessories, let's move the camera over just a little bit. Deadpool comes with a very small knife. The paint is kind of chipping off a bit, so that's a bit of a gripe of mine, but we'll get into the gripes later. He comes with one small dagger knife. He comes with two katanas, two very sci-fi looking guns, and obviously if you saw at the beginning of the video, I was able to remove the Desert Eagles from his holsters that are on his leg, and I'll explain how to do that later, along with the rest of the review. He comes with 4 sets of interchangeable hands. 2 of them don't have the silver paint. I guess that's to be more like the Deadpool 1 movie, I guess. I heard someone else say that. And then these are for like Deadpool 2, or when they released that PG-13 version called Once Upon a Deadpool, which was released during Christmas. I want to say, was it 3 years ago, right? 2 years ago, I believe. Anyway, but he comes with 2 gun holding hands. He comes with 2 katana, sword, or knife holding hands. He comes with 2 fists. And then he comes with these open, kind of gestured hands. I'm not sure exactly what the use of these are for. I mean, they're kind of at an odd angle, the sculpt of being open. I mean, that doesn't look like a relaxed hand. It looks more like he's throwing something maybe, or trying to catch something. I'm not sure. But open hands are always cool, especially with a character like Deadpool that is so expressive and just goofy. Alright, so those are all of the accessories. Now let's get on to the rest of the review, the aesthetics, and the details of the figure. Okay, so let's get started with this portion by putting all of the weapons into their correct holsters and sheaths, and then we'll also switch around the hands. As you can see during the cut of this review, I put on the gun holding hands on him just so he wasn't handless, because that would look a little strange. Anyway, so the sheath on the back for the katanas is connected to the figure. It does not come off. It's not a peg. It's glued on there. If you want to cut it off, go ahead, be my guest. I mean, I don't see why you would, but that's your figure, so you can do so. Maybe you're a customizer and you want to add a magnet. I think I will on my second version, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But, so the swords go in there. I will say that the sheath, the top sheath right here, the sword doesn't go in all the way, and I've tried it with both, tried switching them. They're both the same size. If you put this one in there, it doesn't go in all the way, but as for the other sheath, it goes in all the way. Not a huge deal, but I think it just might be an extra bit of plastic within the sheath that is blocking it from going down all the way. But it's okay. It's fine. Anyway, the knife, the reason the paint has been chipping is because there's a sheath or a little holder on the leg that you can just push it down into, and I think because it's so tight, it kind of rubs off the paint when you take it in and out. And then let's put the guns into their holsters. Oh wait, we can't, because these are these weird space blaster sci-fi guns that Hasbro has been giving us, when there are actually molded in Desert Eagles into the holsters, which are now removable because I was able to remove them. Why they did this, I don't know. Like, they actually sculpted. Let's put Deadpool down just for a second here. Just stand there, buddy. Or not. Okay, never mind. they actually sculpted two pistols, two Desert Eagles, and why they didn't give them to us, I don't know. They are roughly around the same size as this real weird laser blaster gun looks. They're around the same size. Now, if you wanted to, if you're curious about if these guns that came with figure outside that you don't have to remove do fit in the holster, they do not. They don't go into the holster at all. They're not made for that. So I'm not going to use those because I was able to get these out. And if you want to know how to get them out, all you have to do is you just soak Deadpool in some hot water, some boiling water for about 10 minutes. All you do is you just, exactly what I just did right now, the motion, you just pull it out, it just pops out. Sometimes there'll be a little glue residue, but it's okay. It's better than having these guns out here. Only downside is these are very rubbery, they're very pliable, very bendy, but they do fit perfectly into Deadpool's hands. So let's put a gun in there. Come on. Let's see. Come on. See, because they are so rubbery, it gets a little bit difficult to put them in his hands, but you're able to. So that way you can get him in that pose of sniffing his own gun. See? So nice. Anyway. And it's just nice being able to remove guns from holsters, which is what a gun should do. There we go. Just stay there. Okay, so you know what? I was going to save the gripes for the end of the video, but I'm just going to get started right away because as you can hear, or can't really see me, but I'm not very enthused. I'm not very happy with this figure. I like it. I'm happy that I have it. I do know that Hasbro just announced the Dusty version that's going to be an Amazon exclusive. For those of you wondering if I'm going to get that one, the answer is no, because I already have two of these Deadpools. And you might be asking why. Why do you have two of these Deadpools? Well, here's the first one I bought. Actually, the truth is I bought this one first. And I had to do part swaps. I had to boil both of these in very, very hot boiling water. I found that this body that I ordered first, this Deadpool, came with everything. The hands, everything was great. I bought it on Mercari, except it was actually this left arm right here, his left arm, that is actually glued in. It's a fixed joint. You can't bend it at all. It's super stiff. I tried looking to see maybe if there was some glue that could be melted away. No, it is actually all one molded piece. There's no separation between these two pieces, just one arm, and it looks as if there is a molded joint in there. There is not, unlike the right arm, which is really stiff, right? So I was just disappointed with that, and I couldn't move it. So I bought the second version of the figure, which is actually this body. I popped off the arm. This arm was originally over here on this body. Switched him because he had a good arm. And you're wondering what was wrong with this body? Well, I found out that the torso joint at first was also tight and had glue kind of stuck in there. So basically, I got two Deadpool figures that were not extremely cheap. They were kind of up there in price because I just wanted this guy, and I was willing to just get this guy. And what happened? Well, both times I got a Deadpool that was screwed up. Both of them had very, very major QC issues. One of them had a fixed arm, and the other one had some torso or lower waist joint that had to be kind of split open, cut the glue off, and then now it's fine. But that arm, just completely useless. It's just like having a statue arm. Doesn't move at all. I tried everything. What I'm going to do is actually I'm going to send it to, I'm sure you've heard of him on Instagram, Bill Morrow. Hopefully I'm saying that right. If I'm not, I am sorry. But I'm going to send it to him. He's an amazing customizer. He helps fix all sorts of mess ups that Hasbro and other brands mess up on with their figures. So I'm probably going to have to send that to him. We already discussed the price and stuff like that, so hopefully I'll be able to get that out to him in the next couple of weeks. It's just if you don't know already, we're already in December during the Christmas time, so money isn't money's kind of tight right now. For my own personal collection, I'll say during Christmas is the time I like to give, so I am taking this time to give to others and not really focus on my collection because I've had these for a while. I got these back in actually October, so it's been over a month now. So anyway, so that's my main gripe with it. That I twice, 2 times in a row, I got 2 figures that were badly messed up. That so bad that I actually had to almost take them both apart and just see which parts were good and combine them onto one figure that had the best part, because this one had the messed up waist, this one had a good waist joint, this one had the messed up arm, this one had a good arm. So I just swapped them, took them apart, and put them together. And so in reality, this figure has been heavily customized. It may not look like it, I didn't custom paint it or anything like that, but it's been heavily kit bashed and customized between 2 Deadpool figures to have a decent one. So that's why I wasn't very happy with it. But now that it's together, it is a good figure. And you might be thinking right now, you might be even typing in the comments like, why are you so unhappy with it if you now have it? Why did you even get one in the first place? Well, the reason I'm so unhappy with it is because if you're paying, okay, the 2-pack itself, it was $50, right? $50 anywhere you find it. If you're paying that much of a price for a 2-pack, you better get a $50 worth or quality. I know this is Hasbro. I know normally one figure goes for about $20, $25, but come on, the least you can do when you get, it should be one of every 100 figures has a really bad QC issue. Not the 2 figures that you buy both have really bad issues on them. And mind you, I went to GameStop too, and I saw the 2-pack there. Fresh case, right? I pulled out. I was like, oh, let me just inspect it. And guess what? The arm on the Deadpool figure in that 2-pack at GameStop had the same issue as this arm. I could tell because I'm not sure if you can tell on camera, but the joint is a slightly different red than the rest of the arm. This arm right here, the joint and the arm, same exact red, as if it was just one mold and it didn't get cut for the joint to be molded in. And I saw that exact same issue on the one in GameStop. So that's why. So that's my main gripe. I just want to get that out of the way. So let's continue on to the rest of the review, just because it is a good figure. And if you get a good one first time around, then awesome. Congratulations. Good for you. That seriously, I'm really happy for you. I know this sounded kind of ingenuine, but I am, because the amount of work that I had to do to get a decent movie Deadpool figure was not worth the price that I paid on Mercari both times, especially with them re-releasing a figure. It's just too much. And hopefully the new one in the single carded pack does not have the amount of issues that this one had. If you guys' Deadpool had any issues similar to mine or anything worse, let me know down in the comments below. Let's talk about that, because that shouldn't be happening. Alright, so let's get on to the rest of the review. Let's look at the articulation and the paint and details. Alright, okay, real quick, let me just get this guy out of here. By the way, one more thing I was just going to say about this extra one that I have. Once the arm is fixed, I am going to customize it, make it look more dirty and worn, a little bit more, I guess, I don't know, battle damage. Anyway, bye. Get that one out of here. Alright, so, articulation wise, Hasbro has been doing this new setup. I'm going to get these swords out of here so I don't bend them in the process of doing the articulation segment. Anyway, if you pop off the head, which is a little difficult, it's a little tight, there we go. Hasbro has been doing this dumbbell joint recently, where there's a ball at the top, ball on the bottom. The only bad part is that they've kind of sort of been really messing up in the fact that, again, I said this last time with the Amazon exclusive Hugh Jackman Wolverine figure. This should be flipped. The bigger ball should be at the bottom, and the smaller ball should be at the top to allow for more range of motion, because right now you're not getting very much up or down movement. One thing that throws me off with I thought there would be articulation up here. This collar piece is a separate piece, so if you get under there, I'm not sure if you can see that there is a cut under there, and it looks like as if there would be a ball joint, right? But there's just no movement coming out of there at all. You can turn it around. I mean, I don't know if mine is stuck and there's supposed to be a joint there. Let me know in the comments below. I tried out both. Let's see. This is the good one. This is the bad one. And nothing. There's just no movement there, and I feel like I'm going to break it if I move anymore. So I don't really understand why that's there. If that's just a cut for the neck, if there was maybe supposed to be a joint there, if it's supposed to serve some function, I'm not sure exactly. Anyway, onto the rest of the figure. He does have pinless joints, which is really cool. Pinless joints on the elbow. It's always nice. It makes it a little bit more seamless, and just it looks really good. Double jointed elbows. Each of the hands have different articulations, so I'll grab a few of those in a moment. But he also does have a bicep swivel, butterfly joint, and then the shoulders will go out about that much, pretty much a little over 90 degrees from the body. And then they will do a full 360 rotation. It's the same on both sides. He has a ab crunch that actually crunches pretty well for being Deadpool. You know, he is a ninja type of real flexible character, so he should be able to crunch that well. It does go back very far too, but you will end up warping the sheaths because it is connected to the body, glued onto there. The legs will go out that far, again, a little bit over 90 degrees, which is nice. They will go back pretty far too, which is very, very good articulation. We usually don't see a lot of backward motion with the leg. He does have a thigh cut. He has double jointed knees. And then down here, he does not have any boot cut or rotation right there, but at the foot, he does have very, very good ankle pivot. It will also go up that far. Very, like, we usually don't see that. Normally on Hasbro Marvel Legends figures, they usually don't think about the upward motion of the ankle. They usually just consider the back and they call it good to go. But they actually have it cut right there. Oh, cut right there. So that's nice that it's able to go up that far. So you can have him just in any pose you really want. There we go. So that's pretty much all of the articulation, just that the hands are different. So for the gun holding hands, it's a roll of the dice motion that moves up and down. It's a little tight. The hands are, there we go. See, they move up and down in a roll the dice motion, while the open hands, there we go, move just in an up and down motion instead of the side to side motion like a roll the dice, like the gun holding hands. And the same thing for the sword and knife holding hands. Let's see, where are they? And the fist all move up and down just like that. In reality, I believe the sword holding hands or the knife holding hands should have also had the same articulation as the gun holding hands of the side to side motion, because when you hold a sword, you're supposed to just, like the human body, go out like that, like a roll the dice motion, not back and forth like this, you know what I mean? Yeah, so I mean, it doesn't bother me, but it would just been nice to have that as a thought as well, a little bit more extra detail when it comes to stuff like that. I was going to cut it right here and then skip to the aesthetics of the figure, but I guess we'll just look at the paint apps, because I actually forgot to go over that. The paint on both of the versions that I have, or both of the same figure that I have, are very clean overall. The eyes came out really nice. The sculpt is really good. I like the texturing that they have all over it. It's kind of almost, I've seen people say it's like a basketball texturing, but you can feel it is texturing. It's hard to get cloth texturing on a 1/12 scale figure this small, accurate to what the fabric or the cloth might have actually been. But I like how he has all these little dents and scratches molded in. Obviously, with this company, with Hasbro, and this being about a $20 figure, and who knows how much it cost them to make it, probably way less than $20, that's a definite. It was a guaranteed thing that we were not going to get any of those extra little details painted. Like all over the sheath, I'm not sure if you can see it. Oh yeah, you can a little bit. There's some like scratching and dents going on here. It looks battle worn, which looks really, really cool. Just because he is a character who tends to fight a lot, so it's suiting for him. One thing I do have another gripe about is that when I stand him, sometimes his hips go out a little bit more, and it seems like his hips are a little bit wide, and his thighs are a little bit too wide and too thick in comparison to the rest of his body proportions. But if you stand him straight like that, that looks fine. If you go a little bit wider, it looks a little strange, especially because the knees tend to curve in a little bit. They tend to curve just inward. So if you have him just standing straight, then that's good. There we go. So, all right, there we go. That looks, it's a very good figure. So, all right. So one thing I wanted to throw in, I wasn't sure if I was going to do another video just dedicated to some custom 1/12 accessories and stuff that I've gotten within the past month or so, or if I was just going to include this into this review. But I'll just do it in this review. I got this trainee jersey on eBay, and it's a really, really good jersey. Now, I will say, this is my bad right here. I accidentally undid one of the seams when trying to get it on the figure the first time around. It's an easy fix. You could just either sew it yourself, or I'll sew it myself, or just use some fabric glue or something like that, and it'll just fix that up. But it is a really, really cool texture. It actually has some sort of like elasticity to it, and it looks really good on this figure. So if you want to have that look from Deadpool 2, like when he was wearing the trainee jersey, you can have that. So you could go on him. So we'll put it on right now. I find it easier to pop off the head, but you can also keep it on. I would definitely recommend taking the hands off though, because of that. Ow, I hit my hand. But taking Deadpool's hands off definitely makes it a lot easier. Oh my gosh, keep hitting myself. This is why I need a bigger review station. Anyway, so just like you would put on your own shirt or jersey, you could just put on Deadpool's. You just lift his hands up, slide each arm into the sleeve. There we go. And then you just pull over the back and eventually just kind of weave him through. So one thing that I actually got this, this is how long I've had this figure. I got this figure and this jersey. I've had it just sitting on my shelf. That's why it's a little dusty, since before the Whoosh, I'm sure you guys have definitely heard of him. One of my favorite reviewers out there. I love his Playday videos. Definitely very inspiring. But I actually had this one before he did the Playday video. I was like, oh my gosh, I have that on my shelf right now. And he actually had his Deadpool figure where he cut off the sheath and in order for the jersey to fit. But looking back at some still images, Deadpool actually kind of had it bunched up right here over the sheath, and never really went. The sheath never really went under the jersey, or the jersey didn't really fall over it. It just got bunched up right there. So it works, and from the front you can't even tell. It just adds another look to him. And the swords, let's see, will still go in the sheath even if you have the jersey on. You just kind of got to move out of the way real quick. And this is exactly how I've had them on my shelf for a while. And they have not warped the swords at all. So that's very, very cool. So let's see, you just kind of got to bunch it around. There we go. And then now you have another look for Deadpool. Now I found this on eBay. It's very good quality. Part of me wants to get another one for the other Deadpool I have once I get that one fixed, or maybe with the other Deadpool I have, I will cut off that sheath, add a magnet, and kind of do what the Whoosh did, and just, you know, customize it a little bit more. But with this one, for right now, it's good. What I like to do anytime I get a figure or a double, I'll keep one the way the factory made it, and then I'll customize the other to my liking. So anyway, overall, I will say that this figure is very good. It is very pleasing and aesthetically pleasing, and the sculpt is there. It's very, very good. I believe it was May Shelf on Instagram. He was the one saying he sculpted it, right? I believe. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while since I checked. But for some comparisons, let me get the Amazon exclusive Wolverine figure. But this one is more like my custom. Let me see. Where is he? Oh, I just had him. Okay, there we go. My custom Logan Wolverine figure. So there we go. We have that. That is They're roughly around the same size. I want to say that the Logan figure is a little bit taller, but that could just be because I have a custom head on it right now, because that's just how he is on my shelf. But I think that these two look pretty good together. And let's just throw in a Spider-Man Far From Home Spider-Man figure with the Peter Parker head from the Target exclusive Infinity War Iron Spider 2-pack with Iron Man. And just, there we go. Throw that one on there. And these two scale very well together. And I can't wait to see these two in a movie together. I can't wait to see Ryan Reynolds interact with Tom Holland and vice versa. It's going to be a very fun movie. Maybe we'll see that in the next Spider-Man movie, Spider-Man 3. It's supposed to be a multiverse crossover. Maybe Deadpool is somehow in there with Doctor Strange and so on. But yeah, I really, really like this figure. I highly recommend that you get it. I feel like if you're a Marvel Legends collector or an MCU collector or just a Deadpool fan in general, I really highly recommend getting this. I think it is a must get for um, for any Marvel Legends fan. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention is that he does come with the unicorn. I don't know where I put mine. It might be I have tons of boxes filled with accessories from all the figures I have, and it might be somewhere in there. Um, but he does come with the tiny unicorn. Um, why? Because he's Deadpool. That's why. Anyway, yeah, I highly recommend this figure. If you have this figure, let me know down in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about it. Tell me if you thought my gripes were were on point, or if they were, if I was being too picky. Yeah, let me know. Or if you had those exact same issues, write them down in the comment section below. Other than that, have a great day, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at the_collector27. I'll have it somewhere around here on the screen, saying to go follow me on Instagram or something like that. If you don't already, don't forget to click subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, all that good stuff. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day. Keep collecting. Peace.